Hey folks, it's Keith, VE3SVQ. We're going to do a very short few series, short videos on operating single sideband for those hams who have just got their license and aren't too sure what to do. Hope you enjoy it. Hey folks, it's Keith Beardsley, VE3SVQ. Back with another edition of the Shaky blog, and in this case it's going to be a vlog or video blog. What I'm going to look at today, I'm going to go back to basics. I've had a few people ask about, how do you do this, how do you do that? Very basic operating information, and this is the type of thing that actually scares people away in some cases from amateur radio. And once you get over those initial few shakes and nervousness, it's a lot of fun. So what we're going to talk about today, I'm going to start off with, I guess, basically part one, if you want to call it that. And we're going to talk about a QSO, QSO, which is amateur radio talk or ham slang for a contact or a conversation. When you're in your very first attempt to try to talk to somebody, you're going to sit in front of your radio and you're just going to listen and listen and listen and do you press that mic button or not? It's very simple. And yes, everybody understands it's going to be nerve-wracking. Don't necessarily do it in a contest. Do it something similar, very friendly, maybe he parks on the air or just spinning. Now you have two ways of initiating a contact. You can call CQ, which is the code for, basically, is there anybody out there? And the other one is to simply spin your dial. Look for somebody to talk to. And I would say when you're starting off, that's probably the easiest thing to do. There's always somebody on every band who simply puts out a CQ call and he wants to talk to anyone. That's where you start. So what do they want from you? Very simple. They want their signal report. And I don't know any amateur radio when they make a contact doesn't want to know their signal report. They need that for two things. Number one, it tells them where they're getting out to. It tells them their equipment's performing well. And, depending on the band conditions, tells them where they're being received. There are occasions when I can't reach Europe, but boy, I can get all out over South America and maybe parts of Southern Africa. So they need to know the signal report. Keep the signal report simple, especially at the beginning. If you can hear them, generally it's going to be a 5. They're nice and clear, whatever. As far as their signal strength goes, use common sense. There is no exact measurement where someone's going to say, oh my goodness, you gave me a 5.8 when it should have been a 5.9. No, use some common sense on a scale of, 1 to 9. How strong do they sound to you? Your little meter on your radio, if you've got one, is going to give you an indication as to how strong it is. But for the most part, if you're hearing them, they're probably somewhere between a 5.5 and a 5.9. So don't panic over it. Give them what you think is correct. And remember to record it. That's the other side of it. So we'll get back to that in a little bit. Now remember, a lot of them are going to, if it's a contest, all they want is the signal report and whatever they're required to get. It could be 5.9 in my case, 5.9 Oscar November Echo for Ontario East. That's all they want, and they're on to the next person, so it's very impersonal. If it's just somebody calling to talk or listen, they're out there chatting with people, much more informal. They might want to talk about their radio. Very often people will say, this is what I'm using. Here's my antenna. Here's how much power I have. Some will want your name, all of that type of stuff. It's very simple stuff. And, if you're not sure, put it on an index card. If you figure you'll be too nervous to remember how to spell your name phonetically, put it on an index card and put it up in front. And after a few times of doing this, it's just going to become second nature. So there you go. That's all a QSO is. It's a contact. It's very informal, generally very friendly as well. And in some cases, you'll meet people many times over, the same people on the air, and you do get to develop a friendship with them. So there you go. That's Keith, VE3SVQ, with the first little step. The next one we'll start looking at logging and everything else. So Keith, VE3SVQ, wishing you a great day.